Today we'll be continuing with the chemical properties of group 13, 14 and 15. How? First, reactivity with oxygen. Now, how do the elements react with oxygen? Group 13 elements react with oxygen to form oxides of the form E2O3, where E is the element of group 13. Okay. Now, for example, we can take like this: 2E plus 3O2 forms 2E2O3. So here it will become 4E. Okay. Or we can take like this: E plus N2 nitrogen to form 2En. E stands for the element of group number 13. I'll repeat. Elements of group 13 form oxides of the form E2O3, where E is the element of group 13. 4E plus 3O2, 2E2O3 or 2En. Second, reactivity of group 14 with oxygen. Okay, reactivity of group 14. Elements of group 14 react with oxygen to form oxides of the form either EO or EO2, like E plus half O2 forms EO, or E plus O2 forms EO2. This is the reactivity of elements of group 14 with oxygen. They form oxides of the form EO or EO2. Third, reactivity of elements of group 15. They form oxides of the form E2O3 or E2O5. So elements of group 14 react with elements of group 15 react with oxygen to form oxides of the form E2O3 or E2O5. Okay, like for example, 4P, phosphorus, is the element of group 15. 4P plus 3O2 forms what? P4O6. 4P plus 5O2 forms oxides of the form P4O10. So, elements of group 13 react with oxygen to form oxides of the form E2O3. Group 14 react with oxygen to form oxides of the form EO or EO2. Elements of group 15 react with oxygen to form oxides of the form E2O3 or E2O5. That's it. P4O6 मधून 2 कॉमन काढा, इथं पण 2 कॉमन काढा. You'll get P2O5, P2O3 respectively. ठीक है. Next, reactivity of elements. हे बघा, हे number 1, Roman letter number 1. This is Roman letter number 2. Reactivity of these elements with water. Let me clear. Most of the elements of group 13, 14 and 15 do not react with water, except for few elements like aluminium, which shows metallic character. Aluminium reacts with hot water. It reacts with hot water to form aluminium hydroxide, liberating hydrogen gas. So aluminium reacts with hot water to form aluminium hydroxide, AlOH thrice, to form AlOH thrice, liberating hydrogen gas. Liberating hydrogen gas. Liberating hydrogen gas. ठीक है. Next, even tin reacts with water to form oxide, not hydroxide. It forms oxides, liberating hydrogen gas. This is the reactivity of elements of group 13, 14 and 15 with water. Let me clear. Most of the elements of these three groups never react with water, except for aluminium, which reacts with water to form aluminium hydroxide, and tin, which reacts with water to form tin oxide. That's it. Next, reactivity number 3, Roman letter number 3, reactivity with halogens. Reactivity with halogens. Number 1, group 13 elements react with halogens to form trihalides. Trihalides. Okay. Let me clear. There is an element that is thallium which forms only thallium halide, thallium monohalide, except for thallium which forms thallium monohalides. Let me repeat. Elements of group 13 reacts with halogen to form their respective trihalides. The element at the lowest of the group 13, that is thallium, reacts with halogen to form thallium halide or monohalide, not trihalide. Next, group 14 elements react with halogens to form tetrahalides. Okay. Some elements also form dihalides. Elements of group 14 react with halogens to form tetrahalides. A few of them also form dihalides. Third, elements of group 15 react with halogens to form trihalides or pentahalides. So, elements of group 15 react with halogens to form two type of halides, that is trihalides and pentahalides. Trihalides and pentahalides respectively. This is the reactivity of elements of group 13, 14, 15 with halogens. ठीक है? This is one set here. After this, we enter into some unique property of the elements of group 13, 14 and 15, and that is the property of catenation. Now, what is catenation? Catenation is the property of bonding of elements. The catenation is the property of bonding of elements of the atoms of the same elements so as to form large chains, and the bonds formed are the covalent bonds. What is catenation? It is the property of bonding of atoms of elements by covalent bonds, and the covalent bonds are quite strong. Students, property of catenation is specially shown by carbon, which is much greater than carbon, then silicon, which is greater than germanium. Okay, almost greater, much greater nahi hai the. This is the property of catenation, which is specifically shown by the carbon. Okay, which is a member of group 14. ठीक है? Even elements of group 15 also form exhibit the property of catenation in the form of, they also exhibit the property of catenation. Bismuth is there, antimony is there. They exhibit the property of catenation. Next is something called as the property of allotropy. What is allotropy? One single element exhibits in different crystalline forms. One single element showing different crystalline forms with different physical properties like color, density and MP. I'll repeat, what is allotropy? Allotropy is the property of element existing in different crystalline forms with different physical properties in the form of color, density and melting point. Okay? This is called as allotropy, and the crystalline forms of that element are called the allotropes. For example, there are 4 important allotropes of carbon. They are, you are familiar with these two, graphite, diamond, ये तुम्हाला already माहिती है. There is one more which is called graphene. There is another which is called fullerene. There is one more which is called carbon nanotubes. हे पुढच्या वर्षी आहे तुम्हाला. Carbon nanotubes. So, element carbon exists in different allotropic forms such as graphite, diamond, graphene, fullerene, carbon nanotubes, etc. That's it. Means they have different physical properties in the form of color, density, MP. Now first of all, the first allotrope of carbon, that is diamond. In diamonds, each carbon is linked with the neighboring carbon atom at the corners of a regular tetrahedron. Each carbon atom which is sp3 hybridized, each carbon atom which is sp3 hybridized is linked to 4 neighboring carbon atoms at the corners of a regular tetrahedron. The carbon-carbon bond length, the carbon-carbon bond length is 154 meter. The carbon-carbon atoms, the what you can say, the tetrahedral arrangement of atoms are further linked to form a three-dimensional structure. The tetrahedral carbons are rearranged to form a three-dimensional network, leading to very high MP of diamond, which is almost 3900 degrees Celsius, Kelvins nave. So since they are the carbon-carbon, the tetrahedral arrangement of carbon atoms, since they are bonded by three-dimensional structures, it leads to very high melting point of diamond, and that is almost 3900 degree Celsius. Not only this, diamond, students, is a bad conductor of electricity because lot of energy, none of the carbon atoms are freely available. One thing, students, this is the speciality of diamond. Let me clear some more point. Diamond, where is it used? Specially used in jewelry. Other than that, it is used in cutting glass. It is used in drilling holes in tools. बारीक बारीक machinery tools असतात ना, त्याच्यात holes drill करण्यासाठी we use diamonds. So this is the specific characters of diamond. तुम्ही diamondचं काय लक्षात ठेवणार? Each carbon atom is sp3 hybridized, linked to 4 other carbon atoms at the corners of a regular tetrahedron. The tetrahedral arrangement of carbons are linked by strong covalent bonds to form a three-dimensional network, leading to very high MP of carbon, and that is 3900 degree Celsius. The MP is very high, and this makes it a very bad conductor of electricity. Not only that, uses of diamond is especially in jewelry. It is also used in cutting glass, and it's also used in drilling holes in tools, or even stretching of thin long wires from metals. These are the specialties of what is diamond. Okay? Then the next member or the next allotrope of carbon is graphite. Look here. Here in this, each carbon is linked only to 3 neighboring carbon atoms. Each carbon atom is sp2 hybridized. Okay, each carbon atom is linked to 3 neighboring carbon atoms. That's it. Students, असे layers form होतात. हे दाखवतो तुम्हाला स्ट्रक्चर कसा असतो तो. It consists of, graphite consists of graphite consists of 2-dimensional layer with hexagonal rings like this. अजून ह्याच्या खाली एक येणार. 2-dimensional layers with hexagonal rings like this. ओके, म्हणजे हे आता ह्या लेयर एक, हा लेयर एक, हा लेयर एक. मुलांनो, एक कार्बन ॲटम इज sp2 hybridized. 1 p orbital remains unhybridized, and that is responsible for formation of a pi bond. हे जे दिसतात ना, हे pi bonds आहेत, and they are bonded by the carbons with pi bonds are bonded by weak van der Waals forces, and ते layers ना एकमेकांवर असे स्लाइड होतात. हे 2-dimensional, हा एक 2-dimensional, हा 2-dimensional, ते एकमेकांवर स्लाइड होतात. The van der Waals forces are quite weak and making graphite, hence making graphite a good conductor of electricity. That's it. The carbon-carbon bond length is here round about 141.5 picometer. That's it. This is another allotrope of carbon, and that is graphite. Okay. ह्याच्या जे काय पुढे आहे शिकवायचं, that I will deal in the next class. Bye for today. चलो.